Welcome. With Mercury retrograde in mind, was thinking what's the most important thing to speak about concerning you and your well-being and your, because see, with Mercury retrograde, aligning with the timing of this eclipse, this full moon, and so much is going on, at the same time. And what it looks like to me is that this is a time of releasing and letting go and closing the chapter on anything in your life that has been repeating, with that retrograde coming back again, that robs you of your joy, of your peace, of your ease. So that's what is standing out to me right now, is like whatever you can think of throughout your day that makes you feel uncentered, off course, not at ease, tense. If you know about your chakras, if it is like, throwing your chakras off a bit, anything that does that repeatedly, take note and just recognize what it is and then take the steps to eliminate it. It could be a thought. It's just something as simple or small as a constant thought, a negative thought or a negative expectation or a negative person in your life that you keep in your energy or in your surroundings or in your, group, or your group of friends or group of people that you hang out with. So let's get a few cards on this message. Okay. The lie you accepted delayed the blessing. How interesting. The lie you accepted delayed the blessing. So in putting that in the context of what we're talking about, not allowing any lies in your life that you may be telling yourself or that others are reiterating to you, to delay any blessings in life. So for instance, it could be lies about yourself that others cement in your mind, or that you tell yourself, especially like limiting. To the obvious one is, oh, I can't do this, or I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money to do what I really want. And the last 5 years, I still keep telling myself that it's going to take more than what I have at hand. It may be something that delays your blessing and keeps you telling yourself that you don't have the time, you don't have the money, whereas if you prioritize it and make it happen and take that stance and stop believing that lie, ways start to unfold before you, because you're attracting it. You're attracting, yes, it can happen, instead of attracting, no, it can't happen, it's impossible, it never happened before, yada, yada, yada. So yes, even a negative belief or negative thought, it keeps coming to me that might be the number one issue that we confront, okay? So the lie you accepted delayed the blessing. And then you don't get to use me as your punching bag because you hate yourself. Wow. Okay, this is definitely going to be for someone who doesn't really stand their ground much, is really a target for bullies or narcissists who think that they can take because they have discontent, or they're not at ease with themselves, or they just walk around with something to prove, ego, whatever it is, that's their business. But you are no one's punching bag. No matter what is going on with another person, you standing up for yourself to everyone and letting them know, I am not your punching bag. You don't get to assess, analyze, label me. You know what I mean? It's then it really lets me be narrowed down for you to target me, because, oh, I've deemed you this, so then I get to do. No, I'm not your business. Think about what you are. Assess who you are. Analyze who you are. That's what's coming to mind to me. And of course, if someone blatantly is like verbally abusive to you or physically abusive to you, like as in real punching bag in your face, that is completely unacceptable. That's obvious. Seek help. Take protective measures, real physical boundaries so that they can't come at you, that kind of thing. Okay. Let's get two more from this. To do nothing is the hardest job of all, and it will take every ounce of energy that you have. Wow. You can't see this written in very light colors. So Spirit may be saying it might be hard for you to refocus, not on any negativity. The negativity may be real. It may be real as real can be, but Spirit's saying it's going to be very difficult for you not to look at that distraction and focus on the positives that don't rob your joy. You know, that pattern during this Mercury retrograde, during this eclipse season, during this full moon, releasing everything that tries to distort what's important in your life and distract you, even if it's negative, even if it begs to get a beat down. You don't give it a beat down. Spirit's saying pour love into something that deserves your attention. Do the opposite of the negativity. Lift your vibration. That is how you defeat the devil. That is how you don't get absorbed by the devil. Okay? Wow. And then a crown does not grant happiness, only the illusion of it. Oh, yes. So if you're waiting for some kind of crown of achievement, think of an Olympic medal or an NBA trophy, ring, whatever you get nowadays with the Super Bowl, any kind of main competition. Do you think once that person gets that achievement for the next 20 years or even 20 hours, it's that fulfilling? I hate to be a, wet blanket or throwing ice on something, but it's really not. Who you were before you achieved that is who you're still going to be. If you were happy with life before it, you're still going to be happy. If you were miserable, you're still going to be miserable. A crown, a medal, a cup, a ring, it doesn't change anything. You are who you are. There are enhancements in life that come, I'm sure, with those accomplishments, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, it's like who you are is all that matters. And people really don't get that. It's an illusion. It's only illusion that cup or that crown or whatever it is, that piece of something that says you are somebody. It's an illusion. You were already somebody. So don't chase after it. If it comes, it comes. You know what I mean? But you don't have anything to prove. You don't have to be number one. Be number one. You just are who you are, and you deserve love. You deserve abundance. You deserve everything just by being you. Something from another deck that speaks to us on this topic. Letting go of what could be holding us out, delaying our blessings. What are we letting go that robs our joy, our satisfaction, our peace of mind, our relaxed nervous system? Thank you. Oh, community. Making a community contribution, standing up for the rights of deeply caring for social issues. I'm going to take this as in being concerned with the world around us, the news, the woes of the community, of the country, of the globe, right? Yes, we care. Yes, we stand up in ways that we can, but we absolutely don't let that distraction of the negative negativity in the world rob us of all of our joy and our right to be happy. It doesn't become our focus 24 hours a day, and then we don't give any attention or any time for happiness and play and joy and gratitude for what is right in the world. And then you may be an empath, as I see that card standing on the top here and looking right at me. Sensitive, receptive, perceptive, and absorbing a lot of pain sometimes too. But you have to make time for joy and happiness and let that be your main focus, actually. Self-love, yes, it's a form of self-love and self-care, so that you wrap yourself in joy and relax your nervous system and be at ease, knowing that there's a God to handle the world's problems. Initially, yeah, you do your part, but it's not on your shoulders, and it isn't up to you to solve every ill, every challenge, every injustice of the world. That's not your job. Don't take that on. So letting that go and pass, that you have to solve it all for everyone. Okay, 3 came out. Career success, spirit baby, and breaking contract. Contract stop. So a contract stop, spirit baby, lessons you learn from a child meant. So since you were born, you were meant to do something, and it involves breaking a contract for career success. So something involving a contract may have been limiting you, and now you're going to be successful. It's the opposite of usually you break a contract and that means that you won't be successful, or it at least indicates that there's trouble ahead, for you or something. But in this instance, it's saying that maybe this contract was in your way since from something that you have had with you since being a baby, and now you're off to success. Okay. During this retrograde, because we're talking about a retrograde and the full moon, and what else is going on? See, something else came. Rock bottom. Wow. Must persevere and face life head on. Master situations. Okay, so rock bottom is probably where you're coming from. Okay, let's see. Or you feel like you're at rock bottom. What is this? Born witch. Born a natural witch. Magic is your spiritual path. A job is successful. Come as. So we're talking about a job and being successful. In the last 3 that came up. Something about since you were a baby and career success. A born witch. So maybe not literally a witch, but likely you have some kind of you can tap into the mystical. You can tap into metaphysical skills or something. Okay. Let's see. To make so from rock bottom, tapping into those skills and resources that you have that are unexplained, perhaps, is going to lead you to an easy road, like an easier life, more comfortable, more at ease. Okay. That's a beautiful message. Maybe that contract that you're breaking could be at work, like walking away from a 9 to 5. The opens doors for you. You know what your situation is. So let's get a card from here to represent this moment of letting go of things that really just make you feel tense, rob you of your joy, distract you perhaps. Thank you. Woman. Well, you could be a woman, or it could be a woman that you gotta let go of. Let's see. A message, letter. So maybe it's a letter from a woman, or a message from a woman. Or you're a woman and you're going to get a message. Take it how it resonates, as they say. Anything else? Doesn't want to say more about that. So my last deck, I'll use that for the answer. Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Yeah. So it's saying, like with that whole trophy and ring or cup or any kind of illusion of success. It's like Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance of yourself, serenity. That's going to bring the peace. Accepting yourself. You now are the greatest. You don't have to wait for the crown, for the cup, or society to say you're okay, or for a group of people to acknowledge you. You don't need that. You know it already. We all are. You know, there's no measuring. We need to let go of that ego-based system of, you know, measuring people in quality. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it robs us of our peace big time. Let's get another one. So maybe, again, clarifying that woman and letter, you could be a woman and this is a message for you. You know, that this message is that you are already loved. You are already accepted. You don't have to wait for the world to tell you that. So let's get some more. Ooh, wow. The Murian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. You may be somebody very unique, where this world isn't ready for. You're changing the world, but they don't know yet how to embrace you or congratulate your gifts or see your shine. You may be so unique that though you're making changes, you get backlash instead of congrats. You get messages of something's wrong with you, and then maybe 10 years, 20 years in the future, or at some point in the future, you know, whatever you're giving, your art, your ideas, your inventions, your voice, whatever it is, may be known as a pioneer. How many people in history passed away and then their work was important or was honored? And then we all thought, wow, if they had lived, they would have known how special everybody else knew that they were. Knows that they were now, and at the time nobody did. That's what I'm thinking with that. One more. Star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. I'm thinking that this is a two-pronged kind of message. You may be giving important information that heals others' wounds, and you may be very unique in doing so. And that may be something that is definitely undervalued in this world right now. Or this could say that you're being healed big time. Your wounds are being healed. You're receiving downloads and you're recharging and you're made anew during this cosmic time, during this Mercury retrograde, full moon, you know, what do you call it? Eclipse. That's what I'm getting. Lots going on right now for everyone. And it's good. It's really good. So with that, I want to thank you for being here. Allow these changes, allow these this time to allow you to change, rather. Embrace the changes. Embrace noticing things that bother you, that throw you off course. And question, do you need it or do you need to exit out of your life? And decide How are you going to exit out? Be practical with that. Like, okay, I know this bothers me. What am I going to do about it? How am I going to shut it out? What changes am I going to make sure this doesn't seep in anymore? Good luck with that, and I'll see you in the next reading.